different. And now for something completely different.
All right, Metal-O-Maniacs, I'm very happy right now to be joined by my friends out of Sweden, and one of my favorite things of the entire year so far right now is this release from fucking The Crown. How are you, brother? How are you, sir? How are you, Marko?
Thank you, man. Yes, I'm doing good. All good here.
Well, you've made my day, sir, because I'm a longtime fan. I will tell you, we kind of worship the grounds you guys walk on around here, man. So this is a real big thing for me to be talking to you.
All right, you sound like good people enjoying good music, so that's good.
we know the good stuff, brother. Well, and you guys have an interesting history, as it were. Other than 5 years off, you guys have been around for about 30 years now, right?
Yeah, that's correct. 31 now, actually.
Crazy, right?
Crazy.
And none more interesting than this last one, right? I mean,
yeah, precisely. Extremely frustrated when we sort of had this 30-year that we couldn't do stuff. It was just frustrating. But yeah, I think we have to do that anniversary thing when the world comes back, to normal state.
Right. Hey, and hopefully that's coming right now, right? So
yeah, I will get my first vaccine in 2 weeks, so it's. Hopefully get a good summer.
Oh, yeah, awesome. Just in time for the sun. Well, I'll tell you what else is just in time for the sun is this release, man. It's one of my favorite things of the whole. If we did a list right now, best releases of 2021, right there, number one is this for me, sir. Rock and roll.
Oh, thank you, man. Cool.
Were there delays leading up to it because of this goofy year that we've had, or did it come out when you expected it to? I mean.
No, actually there was problems, or we had to delay actually the whole recordings for about 6 months, and in retrospect that is actually one of the reasons the album became better. So because we sort of thought we had a set of songs we decided like already in May last year that, oh, these are the songs we're going to record, it's going to be killer, and then the whole thing came, Corona, and we postponed it, and during that time we had sort of time to think it through. So there was a couple of songs added and some removed, and I just think it created a better album. So thank you, Corona. That's a good one.
We've been told by a few bands, actually, that it did allow for some marinating, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unlike times in the past where you kind of rush it to the completion, this allowed people to marinate with it and that helped it grow. So
yeah, it is. I mean, usually what happens when you do an album in a normal world, when you start to listen to it afterwards, there's always like, some ideas that maybe we should have done that differently. But now we had the chance to actually do it, so that was good. Turned out for a better album. So.
Well, it's a beautiful album, and I got to give a shout out to our in-house buddy Waylon. Literally plays it all day long. So
all right,
he's over here smiling right now. But well, now that the world is returning a little bit, have you started to put together dates on when you're going to be able to really get out there and support this thing on some stages, or is that still in the birthing process, as it were, or?
Actually, a couple of weeks ago, we agreed to a tour. Actually, it's in October, so we're a bit optimistic because you never know what happens. But if no problems will happen, we will do a tour in October. So yeah.
Just in time for fall, just in time for Halloween season, man. That's perfect,
Yeah, that's great. Let's just hope, because I think that after the summer, I think things will get a bit better. I think so. So it's precisely there on the crossroads, so to see. And let's hope it will happen. So
right on. Well, when you sit back to yourself, I'm sure that we just talked about this as giving you some time to marinate, not just with this album, but probably with a 30-year career at this point. Do you ever think to yourself, holy hell, this was 11 full-length albums now? This thing is, a lifetime that I'm devoted here.
Yeah, it is. And especially when the whole 30-year anniversary thing came up, you start to, think about it like, fuck, we were kids when we did the first album. And I mean, we've done this for so long, and it's unbelievable. I mean, it's like we said in like a press statement as a joke. I mean, with an album number 10, it's the big boys club, So that's pretty amazing that so many bands can do that. So I feel super proud of it, and I know that for every album we ever did, it was the best we could do due to the all the circumstances and all the all the so how it was. So I'm proud of fucking all our albums, you know.
I proudly listen to all of them, my friend, still to this day. So
Cool.
that's good shit, man. That's good. Well, when you look back over it, if you were to ask, like, what are some of the highlights that, you know, kind of jump out at you, man? There's at this point, there's years on the road. You've been all over the whole damn world, you know, as a result of this thing. What are some of the things that kind of jump out you like, holy shit, I can't believe we did that?
I think it's usually the first time you do something. Like the first time we went to Japan, the first time, I mean, we did, when we released the Death Race King album, we did our very, very first US tour. And we got to support, you know, Cannibal Corpse, and it was Crisium and Nile on the bill. I mean, it was fantastic. So, I mean, the first time us kids go to the States and we get to see from coast to coast, I mean, we did like 30 shows or something, and you got to see, you know, Las Vegas and all that fucking crazy stuff. So, but what is also so fucking cool with this band is that we still, like for every album, we managed to do something new for the first time. Like when we released Cobra Speed Venom, we got to play Moscow, Russia, you know, go to Croatia. We've never been there, you know. So it's always the first time you do something, it just feels fantastic. You're like a tourist, you know.
Right on. Right. There's something to be said for getting our cherry taken for things, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, you know, you speak of Russia, man. They got what a scene's going on in Russia right now with the metal world. They're kicking ass over there right now. Something I'm following.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was so amazing because we were sort of called in to do that show. It was supposed to be, I think it was 6 Feet Under, you know, and something happened, and it was during Halloween, and place was packed, and I mean, the fans were waiting for us, you know, for like 20 years, and they traveled from all over Russia, and, you know, we signed every old fanzine they ever read about it. I mean, there was so much. Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful, and, you know, thousands of fucking photos with fans, and yeah, there were actually people crying there. That's how dedicated they were, and that was just absolutely fantastic.
Fuck yeah. Well, we take pride in uncovering brand new metal for this show every week, and man, it seems like the well is endless out of Russia right now. Well, in Sweden too. Let's not forget, you come out of a very let's call it what it is, a storied place for metal. Sweden is almost, you know, holy grounds when it comes to metal music, man. How does it feel to be a part of that scene and a part of that history, I guess? Yeah,
it's actually, considering us being a very, very small country, it's incredible actually, the impact from you know, the metal scene, and also like, you know, hard rock and stuff like that. I mean, you can go back to bands like you know, like Europe, you know, and then of course obviously the more heavier stuff that came, you know, all the Entombs and At the Gates and In Flames, and I mean the endless names, but I remember when we were sort of in that mode, we never sort of thought about it twice. It just felt a bit natural. Of course we had good bands in Sweden, you know, because we were looking up to the Florida scene. For us, that was everything that was recorded in Morrison Studio, you know, all the D-Side Death, Morbid Angel, you know, all those bands, and all the releases on Earache Records, and that was for us the sort of fantastic well of music, you know.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy, man. And then then you mentioned Sweden is a small place, but the impact is immeasurable. I mean, it's immeasurable.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking cool. I mean, we have bands basically from all rock or metal genres that are fucking successful, you know. That's amazing. What is your theory for that, man? Why?
I don't know why, but there does seem to be like wells of the world where just this talent comes from. Is there a connection, or is it just happenstance?
I think it's like a coincidence in some way, and let's not forget that there was a lot of bands in Sweden that they shared members. You know, there was a lot of inbreed going. So, and I mean, when the sort of Stockholm scene came with the Entombed and, you know, Dismember and all those bands, all those bands came from other well-known bands as well. So there was like this collection of people that were involved in so many projects and bands. So
right.
That's cool.
It definitely. Well, and then it takes bands such as yourself that dig in trenches, and then obviously you hit the road, you'll pick up another band from somewhere local and put them on a stage in front of some people. It becomes a self-feeding beast, as it were, which I dig about our thing.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, I think the metal scene has always been supportive. I mean, it's been like a healthy competition, within bands. It's never been about, pushing them down, and so I think I like that, and I think we all know that people from metal scene, they're fucking the kindest people it's like they're so well known to their sort of scene and what to do and what not to do. Of course there's always assholes, but mostly people are fucking amazing. And I think a lot of people, they feel connected, and they always have a lot of knowledge about the scene or the past and the history. I mean, it's cool. I can relate to them a lot.
You and me both, and as evidenced by World Destroyer, because World Destroyer is a soundtrack for that, man. That's what draws us to this. That's the sound, the strife, I guess, as it were. I've always said metalheads are different than the rest. We don't want to sing about roses and sunshine. We want to sing about reality. We want to sing about, and there's something that attracts this to that. And World Destroyer is the soundtrack for that, man. How was it creating this album?
Cool, man. Absolutely amazing. It's, I think we had a talk like a couple of weeks ago just to sort of, okay, how do we feel about World Destroyer? And we're all still super proud of it, So it turned out so fucking good, and
so fucking good.
It's gonna be a pain in the ass to top it. So, but we're gonna do it.
I have a complete faith that you will, sir. And those are good problems to have. Those are the kind of good problems to have, my friend. You know what I mean?
It could be, but it also can disturb the sleep at night. Start to feel the pressure, and but. Yeah, it's actually we are in a sort of surplus when it comes to songs. We already have a lot of new songs, so we have plenty of time to go through them and see what kind of, maybe not a concept, but what sort of album are we interested in doing, And I think the sort of combination we did with World Destroyer, that there is the super brutal, the melodic, the heavy, the whatever. I mean, I really enjoy albums that they have this sort of journey, and I mean, I like it. I guess it's maybe a sort of old school thing from like old Metallica albums. I like it when there's a fucking ballad in there and it ends with a fast song and, opens with something epic, I really like that mindset, So, we have plenty of time to sort of figure out.
I love that mindset too. And you've nailed it with that. Absolute Monarchy is silly, brother. That is I'd take that to the gym with me the last few days, even, brother. Like, that's where it's at, brother. Yeah.
Cool.
Fuck yeah, man. That's good shit. So I guess next it's to, hopefully hit the road. And where's the best place for people who are not already following the Crown? And let me tell you, metalheads, if you're not already doing so, fix this about your lives immediately. Be Crown fans tomorrow. But yeah. You guys have a YouTube channel. You guys have a Facebook page, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, we do, and we manage them sort of ourselves. So we try to give them a sort of personal touch to it, and maybe right now there's not so much to sort of give updates about, because we waited to get that sort of official confirmation of the tour, but we can't sort of say who we're gonna play with or whatever, because let's just hope it will happen. But I mean, the crownofficial.com is a new webpage that it's pretty cool, because we have linked it to Facebook and Instagram and everything. So that would be the number one choice to go into, the crownofficial.com, and from there we just launched a new shop as well, So we try to keep ourselves busy, and also post guitar playthroughs of songs, and try to give that little extra behind the scene thing.
Yeah, for the fans. And dude, I gotta tell you, the merch on there still, you guys got some great t-shirt designs, man. I want all of it. I want all of it. So
cool.
that's good shit. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome, brother. Well, dude, I am not just the fat dude they let do the radio talk out here. I am a huge, huge fan, man. I appreciate so much your time to giving it us here at Metal-O-Mania, brother. It means the world.
Oh, they're great. No problems. I enjoyed it as much. Yeah, great.
Fuck yeah. Well, I tell you what, let's punch everybody in the face with a Crown song right now, and then they won't be able to recover from it.
Go Beyond the Frail.
Oh, Beyond the, hey, sounds like a winner. Beyond the Frail it is, my friend.
This is Marko from the Swedish death metal band The Crown. You are listening to Metal-O-Mania with my chat with The Crypt.
Shattered soul. everybody till we get back to you.